In the vast, arid landscape of eastern Washington state lies a region known as the Scablands, characterized by its rugged terrain, deep canyons, and dry, cracked earth. It's a place where the forces of nature have carved out a stark and unforgiving landscape, a fitting backdrop for a series of gruesome crimes that would haunt the region for over 2 decades. It all began in the summer of 1998 when the first body was discovered by a group of hikers exploring the remote canyons of the Scablands. The victim, a young woman named Sarah Campbell, had been missing for several weeks, her disappearance causing a ripple of fear and uncertainty throughout the small towns and communities scattered across eastern Washington. As news of Sarah's tragic fate spread, it became clear that her murder was just the beginning. Over the following years, more bodies would be unearthed in the desolate reaches of the Scablands, each one bearing the hallmarks of a meticulously planned and ruthlessly executed killing. For Detective Rachel Morgan, the lead investigator assigned to the case, the discovery of Sarah's body marked the beginning of a relentless pursuit for justice. Driven by a fierce determination to bring the perpetrator to justice, Rachel threw herself into the investigation, poring over every piece of evidence and following every lead, no matter how small. But as the body count continued to rise, Rachel found herself facing an adversary unlike any she had encountered before. The killers seemed to operate with a chilling precision, leaving behind no trace of their identity or motive, and striking fear into the hearts of those who called eastern Washington home. With each new victim, the pressure mounted on Rachel and her team to bring the killer to justice. But as the years passed and the trail grew colder, frustration and despair began to set in, threatening to overwhelm even the most dedicated members of law enforcement. Despite the challenges they faced, Rachel refused to give up hope. She knew that somewhere out there, the answers to the mystery lay waiting to be uncovered, and she was determined to leave no stone unturned until the truth was brought to light. Then, in the summer of 2019, a breakthrough came in the form of a long-awaited tip from an anonymous informant. Acting on the information provided, Rachel and her team launched a series of coordinated raids across eastern Washington, targeting individuals suspected of being connected to the killings. As the arrests were made and the suspects were brought in for questioning, Rachel finally began to piece together the puzzle that had eluded her for so long. What she discovered was a web of deceit and betrayal stretching back decades, involving powerful figures with ties to the highest levels of government and law enforcement. It soon became clear that the killings in the Scablands were not the work of a lone psychopath, but rather part of a larger conspiracy orchestrated by those with everything to gain and nothing to lose. And as Rachel delved deeper into the tangled web of corruption and greed, she realized that the true extent of the crimes went far beyond anything she could have imagined. With the evidence mounting and the truth threatening to expose the darkest secrets of eastern Washington, Rachel knew that she was running out of time. But she refused to back down, determined to see justice served no matter the cost. In the end, it was Rachel's unwavering determination and relentless pursuit of the truth that would bring the killers to justice. Though the scars left by their crimes would never fully heal, the people of eastern Washington could finally find solace in the knowledge that justice had been served, and that the darkness that had once plagued their communities had been banished forever.